lose top push, you lose bot side push. Your Nivea kind of comes online when she hits level 6, but actually having any sort of windows to help on this bottom side of the map are going to be few and far between. And you've got a Mundo.
Should just back away, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Sheo's smite still half the way before it's back off cooldown. SkewMond will get it, crystallize down. SkewMond takes a bit of damage in response. The root coming out is the flash forward from Sheo, looking for more damage onto SkewMond here, who does have a flash and will use it over the wall. Escapes with doing percentage HP damage, means it's pretty easy for him to chunk away at it. But Caps has 6 in the Realm Warp. Serin does have his ult as well. Stend going in the Realm Warp behind as Ice looks for the damage. Labrov, once again, a magical journey just gets him to safety. Stend looking for it. Caps goes in with the Rune Prison, the Overload. Can't quite get the damage, but in the end, he catches out the Ghost Water Dive from that pike. Caps with the first blood of the series.
Nice play from G2 as they look for a little bit more ice, so I think he has the distance.
Voltbreaker coming out, HunSummer flashing for it, looks for the build over Peacemaker and finds his man. A headshot from HunSummer. Control ward in the bush, keeping Labrov safe as houses. Ice is going to move up. Labrov doesn't have that flash, but does have the magical journey. Drag him down to 3,000 as SkewMond continues to punch first and ask questions later. Sheo stepping forward now has the maximum dosage. Temper Fate connects on Ice. Sheo steals away the Drake. Sheo using that ultimate, the flash cease and desist going on to Ice. He's been left to the wolves. G2 will take the kill, even if they lose the Drake.
It gives them time. Remember that this composition wants to scale, and if G2's able to stack the dragons, it puts more pressure onto Heretics.
Oh, Stend, why are you backing here? Why are you backing here? A Cosmic Binding. Stend will be able to dash across the wall, but the chase comes out from SkewMond. That was foolhardy, to say the least, from Stend.
And I think, well, I was just going to agree with you, Vedi. Like, the reason we're seeing this pay off for G2 is because they're going, hey, we have a pushing lane, let's make plays.
Oh, Ice clipped by the Temper Fate. A snap trap underneath his feet. Immediately uses the Moonlight Vigil with the Severum to try and heal himself up, and it is enough. Good rotation of the guns, but with the Realm Warp coming in, Ice now needs to dodge the ace in the hole. Caps going forward, doesn't tank the tower. Labrov does instead, takes a couple of tower shots. HunSummer gets the headshot for the shutdown, and Caps will get another 6-0 now, G2.
Great roam from Caps to help out on the play, making sure they're able to solidify the kills, more plates, and you need 3 versus 4 on Dragon. Good luck, lads. And I think this is where, again, G2 are just so good.
Sheo's going to try and chase down Caps here. It's the Heartsteel proc, nice clonk for him, an Infected Cleaver landing, Tempered Fate coming out, Caps almost steps to the side of it. Labrov's going to put a Magical Journey in, looking for that Cosmic Binding, but can connect onto Sheo as he goes to the other side of the wall. Death from below, dodged by Caps. Labrov gets the kill, but now Caps in the Glacial Storm will fall. Stend needs to be ushered out here by Serin, and will do so with that Flash Frost getting the stun.
Fancy footwork from Caps.
I believe it's Caitlyn.
Sure.
You're supposed to know this, bro. You're locked in.
It's Caitlyn.
I was going to make a joke. How mighty do you think the Caitlyn is?
Pretty damn mighty right now, as Serin's going to get caught up in the Tempered Fate. G2 looking to collapse on a play that was started by Heretics. Cosmic Binding not landing the stun, but Serin, even with his egg, is going to get chased down. The egg in the middle of 4. HunSummer comes across just for the assist, and G2 get another.
I mean, Heretics should want to avoid fighting at all costs. Their game plan should be cross-mapping, trading gold, avoiding skirmishing.
SkewMond down to a 3rd HP. Sheo around the same as the chase comes in from Labrov and HunSummer. Sheo trying to walk his way out of this one with the maximum dosage, but he can't heal up enough. G2 now.
So you can then go, oh, Aphelios, you go top when Dragon's up.
Exactly.
We'll then get tower and gold on you, but that's not what we're seeing.
I don't think Labrov's missed the Tempered Fate so far. Flash of the Cosmic Binding as well for the follow-up. BBT being in. Serin's going to try and get his way out, but it's a damn frosty evening, and G2 will pick up ends of the Scion and the Mundo. Sheo doesn't want to stay around for too long. G2 using the pressure they have from bots to look for these plays, but now with a TP behind, perhaps Caps on the other side of the map. Heretics can look for something. Stend takes half his health. Voltbreaker almost gets SkewMond out, but he's blocked with the root. Sheo going for more as they all collapse onto Labrov. He dies. Death from below coming out from Stend gets themselves a little bit more.
To move into enemy jungle, drop wards down wherever he needs to, and it's just full map coverage and control for G2 right now.
And G2 are so strong as
Stend locked up, tries to get away, but Labrov follows him with the auto attack.
Like, he rooted Stend.
Was that
using the wolves.
knockup? Was it with the wolves? I thought it was SkewMond just with the knockup. I'd have to look at it again, and I don't think we're going to have a chance because Ice is dead in the mid lane. The Temper Fate didn't connect, but the rest of G2 immediately collapsed. And for Heretics, it's looking pretty grim, lads. SkewMond going for more onto Sheo. HunSummer opening up, maximum dosage coming out from the Mundo. Serin takes almost half his health. A single headshot out of that Caitlyn.
I was going to say, this is where G2 are basically hitting their stride. You've got 2 items completed with the Infinity Edge now for Ansama. Caps has 2. Dusk and Dawn completed on Broken Blade. Like, they are feeling themselves right now. And Stend is about to get us.
This is your tank who's trying to step up, being beaten back by a Bard and a Vi. Like, yes, it's Black Cleaver, Sundered Sky, but that Bard only has a locket.
I mean, G2 just stays.
Stend.
Oh,
and then
that's
they
true.
go right.
Yes, you're
and then
completely
Stend
right.
came back.
And now it's going to be a Baron. Systematic destruction by G2. The gold lead after pick after pick, leveraging the strength of their comp, which is we excel in the 2v2s and the 3v3s.
And it means the Heretics constantly have to overload and find picks. And as long as SkewMond gets out, well, Caps now has access to the bot lane turret. So as Heretics, you have to disappear.
Temper Fate onto Serin. Called out by Labrov. Flashes away from the Cosmic Binding that may or may not have landed the stun.
Look at bot lane.
Not it does, as you say. Look at bot lane. Caps pushing in and Heretics using that as their opportunity to engage. But as soon as the Unstoppable Onslaught comes out, look at the CC chain on Tracyn. TP behind now with cease and desist onto that backline. Stend knocked back. Summer chases out the Scion. Meanwhile, Serin is going to fall in the middle of the fight into that egg and then scrambled up by G2.
A desperation play from Heretics as they tried their best to create a 4v3 in the top lane. The whole map is falling apart. Caps is going to get an inhibitor. He's going to use the Baron-empowered minions to deal damage onto these inhibitor towers. And as Ice tries to wave clear, that opens up the top lane.
We were so close, guys. If this game had ended in 6 seconds time, it would have been the fastest of LEC Versus. They're not going to have that accolade to put on their mantelpiece, but G2 have systematically destroyed Heretics here in game 1, pushing towards the Nexus at 24.5 minutes. Broken Blade pulled in, but just dashes away, and G2, in such rapid fashion, just wipe away the Heretics. The Nexus down to half. Sheo uses his ultimate, a Tempered Fate into the Snapchat, takes out Ice, thaws him out right at the end. G2 1-0.
Insult to injury there at the end as they take down Ice. But G2 looking confident in game number 1 of this series.
Clean draft, clean execution, and a clean game by G2. We'll see if they can continue that series as we go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Like control zones in fights that I think G2 are actually going to struggle with a little bit with what they're trying to achieve in a fight.
I think Heretics have got way more skirmishing power than they did in game 1.
Any possibility of a fight. They don't know where Trundle is right now. SkewMond has reset, got himself a Sheen, Aegis Assault for the movement speed from Sheo. Flash away from Caps, but the Shield Vault still finds the stun. SkewMond on his way, but only at the tier 1 right now, as Caps has no way out of this. Uses the command, protect Sheo, though, with a spear to his back. We'll get first blood for Heretics.
Great gang timing by Sheo.
G2 never missed playoffs, and look at how many times they place really well. so rare that they do poorly in playoffs.
That's very true. Oh,
wait a
hang on a
second.
minute.
Wait a second.
You're moving into the enemy jungle here. Serin looking for some damage himself. Does have his flash. Sheo was forced to flash away, but SkewMond falling low. Serin loses vision, puts a soldier in, gets the kill. Shield Bolt out onto Caps, gets the stun, but he gets one in response as Sheo falls. Serin needs to get out of here. Doesn't have that flash anymore. Caps still chases him. The counter curse needs to be studied, guys. Caps gets a double, gets himself a 400 gold lead.
I don't blame.
Serin and Caps in the mid lane here. Grand Starfall coming out. Flash away from Caps, away from the Emperor's Divide. Meanwhile, a hook line onto Labrov down towards the bottom side. Stend pretty deep here. Bullet time coming out. Not going to connect too much as Labrov does fall low, but able to escape until the flash double up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Serin taken out by SkewMond and Caps.
Action happening across the rift as G2 find a kill in mid. Heretics respond with a 2v2 kill in the bot lane. The stun was long enough to allow for Ice's bullet time to get the full duration off onto Labrov, getting him low enough to allow Ice to secure that kill. He is the man that Heretics need to get ahead. He is their carry. As Sheo now losing a skirmish, but here comes Ice.
SkewMond doesn't have flash. He uses the Pillar of Ice for the slow onto Ice, and it will manage to keep him at bay. Sheo still looking for a little bit more here. With the frozen domain down, SkewMond has that extra movement speed.
Yeah, nice job on the gang from SkewMond as well there. Use the Subjugate because it removes 40% of the armor and magic resist. It just has enough, but now Stend.
Yeah, Stend pushing forward a little bit here as SkewMond and Summer are there for the chase. Labrov face checked, and Stend paid the price for it.
A silly mistake there from Stend. They should have trying to get both of them low, maybe do some sort of tech, but you're right, you just hit the wrong one.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't at least get one grab, and SkewMond just tracking and trying to match Sheo everywhere on the map. But here's the ult.
Onto Labrov, they'll land the stun onto him. The chase continues. The Serin able to dodge to the side and will be gifted over the kill. His second of the game.
It's the punish. Good ulti comes through from Sheo, catches the support isolated. Serin was also able to move down from mid, so there was no way for Labrov to go. Shockwave onto Serin. He's getting very low.
It goes back in. Emperor's Divide onto Caps, who takes the tower. Serin outplays. The minions take him out in response. 1-for-1 the trade in mid. Thank you, paid chatter. Very kind of you.
Oh, what's going on here? Hang on a second.
Caught out. I PayPal you guys later. As Stend caught out the subjugate coming out. There's the pop blossom as well for the chase onto Ice. And Ice is down. Yeah, that's the problem. You can start it up, but it's so easy for either team to collapse if the other is already on that Drake. Serin coming across here doesn't have that Emperor's Divide. Sheo's just going to walk back.
Because if you come through that choke point and Ice is able to open up the bullet time, you're having a miserable experience. But it doesn't really matter.
They are skirmishing well. They are doing their best to trade kills where they can. And I'm looking at that gold lead for Caps, and it's scary, but Ice is building a similar advantages. This looks like a Pantheon ult to me.
Broken Blade going all out. Has the Zeke's convergence complete already. Grand Starfall in by Sheo, as you say, Vedi. And BB will fall basically just to Tracyn. That was a bit of an assist from Sheo, but Tracyn winning out the 1v1.
Overall for Heretics, like it's not all doom and gloom just yet. SkewMond is definitely making his presence known. He is running around the rift doing what he can. Serin though trading.
Ooh, Emperor's Divide not connecting. The shockwave coming out, and Labrov is here with a blooming burst. And a big old kill. And meanwhile, Stend looking for the flank. No Grand Starfall yet for Sheo, but Stend, if he can get a depth charge onto Caps, who does still have the flash, the chase can continue. There we are. Caps caught up in the depth charge. Dredgeline's going to come out next. Flashes from it. Sheo flashes forward, and the bullets rip through. Sheo takes the kill. Stend tanks the tower, and Labrov falls second. Good route onto Ice, but the third tower shot does not materialize, so Ice able to escape.
I mean, Serin started the play with a bit of a blunder, but it turns into a massive...
He's about 200 gold ahead. Nothing too consequential. It's a dagger in the end, but Caps with no flash, and Sheo on the chase. It's going to extend that gold lead just a little bit. Good shockwave into the pillar. Sheo Serin flashing forward. Look at the Caps who has that Seekers. Serin will fall for this. SkewMond on the chase now as Stend's going to join the fray, but look at the flank position for Labrov and Hansama. Stend realizes he needs to get the hell out of there. It's a double for SkewMond. Riptide out from Stend. He does escape to the tower. Broken Blade going all out with the Zeke's convergence onto Ice, burning his flash as well.
Caps managing to take one with them was not what I expected off the back of that play. Burning the Seeker's arm guard to make sure he can take one, and that's 4 dead.
More for G2. They'll get the charge. They don't break through the crystalline overgrowth. Caps gonna slow up Sheo with the command dissonance. The Pillar of Ice for the follow-up. It's Sheo. You're just a bit too deep. In the Aegis Assault saves him for a second, but the chase continues for G2. Sheo trying to run away. Another Comet Spear comes out, but Caps finds his man. Meanwhile,
He try and make a play on the bottom side. Heretics just feel dizzy at the moment trying to keep pace with G2.
I feel like Heretics is trying so hard to force so many things. Like, this is a great example. Why are they here?
I mean, Sheo's likely dead. Labrov flashing in as Hansama dives in with the killing instinct as well. There's the shockwave onto Ice. Stend trying to flash to safety, but G2 are on the chase. That's 2. The bot lane of Heretics already dead. Serin and Sheo need to get out as BB dashes forward. Hansama, no killer instinct left for him, but he can still land those Void Seekers. Sheo getting chased towards the bottom side. Pillar of Ice coming out to block him against the wall. The Gromp secured. Good double knockback from BB, but all they wanted was the jungler's life.
They tried so hard to contest that dragon when they were way too late to the objective. Isolated in a side lane with the Orianna, who has the TP. SkewMond kind of covering the support, and he's now been caught.
Ice has to flash across the wall. Bullet time coming out, but there's the all-out from BB. Sinks in the Intofos and gets himself a kill. A bit isolated towards the backside, but he just dashes across the wall. And now G2 find another. Stend will fall. Tracyn building up that Meganar, but they're all hitting onto a clone. As G2 will turn their eyes towards the Baron. Heretics once again lose their bot lane. I don't really think they have a way into this fight.
Do you think BB says something like, oh, it's bullet time? No, it's killing time, as he took the misfortune prize. It's like,
You want to play?
happens?
Quay.
Again, unprompted.
I think that one was pretty prompted by myself, but still.
Baron going to be secured by G2, and I like the
Start of game 1, Vedi, like, G2 when it comes to playoffs, they just tend to succeed. They just tend to do well, even if they do come in as the 7th seed. Here, Ice caught out again. No way for him to get out. And G2 can just march down mid. Like, the defense for Heretics is Serin pushing the side lane, trying to get themselves an objective bounty, trying to get a little bit of gold. But their inhibitor tower in mid will fall. 23.5 minutes in, G2 are knocking on the Nexus.
Yeah, I was going to say, how far are they going to take this? Because Heretics have to reset, but BB soloing out the Azir.
Yeah, Serin able to dodge across the wall to the Gromp. Did use the Emperor's Divide, needs to get back, will use the Hex Gates to get closer. Tracyn knocked up with the Pillar of Ice, Sheo trying to get in there as well. TP coming out from BB as he's going to join the fight. The first Nexus tower will fall, G2 continuing to advance. And there's the Shockwave, and immediately they kill off Tracyn. They'll dive onto Sheo underneath the tower as well, but SkewMond still really healthy with that Subjugate. Second Nexus tower down, Ice has respawned, does have that bullet time, but the Hot Blossom will find him again. Ice goes in with a bullet time, a good Pillar of Ice to stop it, as G2 are just ripping through them. Heretics don't have a leg left to stand on as G2 will go 2-0.
24:36 was the timer we were looking at in game number 1. And they just smashed it in game number 2. G2, that was insane.
They don't waste any time. They run it down mid and they close out the series in convincing fashion. G2's playoff form is looking solid. Heretics need to go back to the drawing board. The end of their regular season showed some promise, but they're going to have to reevaluate as they move down into the lower bracket.